And welcome back everybody to Hayes Tech and ROM Reviews. This is a special day for me. If you go to the YouTube channel and you look at my subscriber count, we are now over 2,000 subscribers. I just want to thank you all for that. Seriously, that means a lot to me. Yeah, I know there are YouTube channels out there that have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, maybe a couple of them with 1 million, plus subscribers. That's not where I originally planned for this channel to go. This channel was supposed to just be a small channel so I could communicate to 20, 30 people, and it just grew from there. And I have you guys to thank for that, and I really want to thank you. As promised, this is going to be a giveaway video, and I am going to announce it right from the start so that every one of you subscribers out there have a chance to win on this video. Also, this is going to be open to everybody, so international or in the US. As long as I am allowed to send the item to you, I am going to try to send it to you. So, without further ado, what do you say we go ahead and get into this video? As always, remember to like, share, and subscribe. You hit that notification icon to get a notification of my videos as soon as they're released. That way you don't miss any. We're back. This is going to be a totally unscripted video. You guys know that's how I like to do them. This one is going to be totally off the cuff and unscripted. Very, very little editing. Yeah, I have a whole bunch of devices here in front of me. I kind of wanted to open with that because this is where we started. If you all... Those of you that have been with me for as long as you have know that the device that started it all was my Nexus 6. I still use this device. I still run ROMs on it right now. I am running 6 ROM. Normally, if I want to run something that's dependable, something that connects with my Verizon account, that I have no problems with, this is the ROM I run on my Nexus 6. And love it, and still love it. No, it has not been updated for almost a year now, but it runs great for me. Yes, I love custom features. That's another reason we started this channel, was because of custom features, custom ROMs. If you guys know, if you look across this array of devices I have on the table, you probably recognize several of them from video reviews that I've done. The Nexus 6P, I've done my Moto E4 Plus, the one Bob sent us to test, which I'm going to be sending back here very, very soon. The OnePlus 5T. Love this device. I might be getting one of these for the stable. I'm going to be looking for some deals, guys, so if I can find one, I may add it. I've done videos on my Pixel, but now the Pixel is not bootloader unlocked, so I can't run a custom ROM on this, which sucks to high hell. But it is what it is. I got this device for the camera only. That was it. Yes, I have a Pixel 3 XL. It's not here on the table. My wife currently owns that device because my wife, God bless her, broke the screen on it. I don't know if you guys can see that or not in the video, but she did crack the screen on this phone. So, I am in the process right now of getting a new phone. It should be here today, actually. So I'm going to be looking forward to that. Hopefully, something happened with that phone and I'll be able to unlock it. God, that would be awesome. I've got my fingers crossed, guys. And then, of course, I've done videos on the... This will date it. So back when the Galaxy S5 and the Note 2 were out, that's when I started into custom Android. That's how long ago this was. The S4... I think it was about the S4. The S5 came out shortly after that. My wife got this device. Of course, I had the Samsung Galaxy Note 2. And then, of course, in the background, you guys can see my my Samsung Galaxy Tab A. This is my Nexus 9. And all the way in the back, the big behemoth mother, is my Nexus 10. And they are all running custom ROMs. I'm running my own build on my Samsung Galaxy Tab A. And I love it, and that's where I'm at with that. Okay, now back to the giveaway. On my last giveaway, I gave away a Moto E4. I purchased that Moto E4 right at the same time I got this Moto E4 Plus. Now the Moto E4 was a Verizon pay-as-you-go phone, and I gave that away. And by the way, congratulations to the winner of that. I hope you are enjoying that phone. I hope you got it by now. I wanted to kind of follow that suit with the whole Verizon pay-as-you-go, because if somebody here in the United States happens to win this, I would love them to be able to get on a good, strong carrier, something that they'll be able to use the phone with. So I had a couple choices. I could have went with another Moto. The Moto, I think it's the Moto E5 or the Moto E5, or the Nokia 2V. I decided to go with the Nokia 2V only because I haven't had a chance to test any of the new Nokia devices out running Android, and this is running Android Go, so this should get plenty of updates. It's been said that the Android Go devices are going to be able to receive plenty of updates in the future. Of course, that all depends on Verizon, but Verizon has promised that the devices that are going to be running Android Go are going to do their best to make sure that they get the updates that Google pushes out. But we are talking about, of course, the Nokia 2V. And there it is. Remember, guys, this is going to be very little editing. And the only thing you guys have to do to win this device is to comment below. I would love it if you would subscribe to the channel. That would help me out immensely. I do want this channel to grow, but, you know, you don't have to be subscribed. I'm just happy you guys are watching video, and again, I'm doing this for my subscribers who got me to that 2,000 plus number. So this is, again, the Nokia 2V Verizon Edition. It has an 8 megapixel camera on the rear shooter with a flash. Here's the microphone. It has a 5 megapixel front shooter. Now they both shoot in 1080p. This does not shoot in 4K, not even on the rear camera. It just doesn't. I think it's recording. Wanted to show this little swamp area here at our local Walmart. This is the notorious Mill Hall Swamp, as you can tell by the cattails growing here. I mean, look at that field of cattails. Yeah, I bet you we find snakes, frogs, lizards, you know, all kinds of shit in there. But also I wanted to test a rear facing camera on this again. You know, kind of give you guys an idea. I mean, but when you buy a phone, you kind of want the camera to be at least usable, you know? So, 1080p. I'm pretty sure it's 30 frames per second. Something's moving out there. Alright, this is I'm going to go ahead and end this video. As you can see, Walmart. Alright, this is the video quality on the Nokia the Nokia 2V. Now it does record in 1080p. It does not record in 4K. This is one of the very few cameras that I know that does not go to 4K on the cheap side. But you have to remember too that Verizon is selling these phones for $39, and I think without the Verizon package they are upwards of $100, about $130. And this is the microphone on it, so audio test 1 2 3, audio test 1 2 3, and of course you can hear the lawnmower in the background. But again, I just wanted to give it a really good test. Let's see how it acts for close-ups. Okay, testing the front-facing camera, and this also shoots in 1080p. It's a 5 megapixel camera. If I didn't say it to begin with, the front-facing camera is And if I didn't say it earlier, the rear-facing camera is an 8-megapixel shooter. Not sure what you're seeing because I'm getting a tremendous glare off of the screen right now, but this is a representation of the front-facing camera. Again, this is 1080p. My guess is 30 frames per second. It doesn't really say what it is. And this is the beloved Walmart Swamp. This is shooting in 1080p. It is a 5-megapixel shooter. Audio test 1, 2, 3. Audio test 1, 2, 3. Again, I'm walking, so you'll kind of get an idea of how stabilization is. And now we're going to try the other direction. It will take an external SD card up to 128 gigabytes, which is awesome. Now, how about we go over some specs on this device? I'm going to flip this over. The phone color is, again, blue and silver. Has expandable memory up to 100. It has expandable memory up to 128 gigabytes. Its weight is 6.14 ounces. So it's very, very light. The processor in it is a Qualcomm processor running at 1.4 gigahertz. It is a quad-core processor. It does have a 4,000 milliamp non-removable battery in it. And again, the operating system on this phone is Android Go. And it is supposed to be an operating system that will run on the medium to lower tier phones without any problems. It really works good with small memory packages, and this phone has 1 gigabyte of memory in it. And so far, it seems to be running fine for me. Alright guys, here it is. This is the Nokia V2. V standing for Verizon, but it's basically the Nokia 2. Now, one thing I want to get out of the way before we get into this any further. I used to be able to buy phones like my Moto E4 Plus, right here, and the Moto E4, the one that I gave away, and you didn't have to have a SIM card in it, and you could at least use it as a Wi-Fi device, as say a miniature tablet, whatever, and run it through Wi-Fi. You can't do that any longer, at least until after you've used the device and connected it with Verizon and paid up to $50 in premiums, or have had an account with them and that account has been a year old. Just letting you guys know right now. Believe me, I powered this up and I tried getting around that whole activation thing and just going into Wi-Fi and using it that way. I couldn't do it. There was no way to physically do that. I had to include the SIM card, and then I had to connect it to Verizon, which meant I had to go online, put the IMEI number in here, and get an account set up with Verizon. So, whoever wins this phone, be aware that you are going to have to do that. I have thoroughly tested this device. The first thing I did actually was I gave it to my grandson, and I said, listen, no, I want you to take this phone and I want you to load as many of your games on this phone as you can, and I want to know how it runs. I want your opinion on the phone as far as games go. He said the phone was a little slow at times. As long as you didn't have a lot of things running in the background, which I kind of figured it only has 1 gigabyte of RAM. But he said as long as you didn't have a lot of things running in the background, the phone ran great. The games ran great. Now, bear in mind, this is a 720p display on here, so you're not going to get that, super quality display that you're going to get on like my Pixel 2 XL or my Nexus 6 or even the OnePlus 5T. But again, this is a budget level phone. This phone cost $39, so you're getting $39 worth of phone. Everyday Dad has a new video out. Guys, if you haven't watched the Everyday Dad and you're into cameras, I highly suggest you check him out, the Everyday Dad. Anyways, back to the Nokia V2, or the Nokia 2V. I'm not going to go into great detail on this, but it is running Android 8.1.0, and the security patches are up to date on it. So far, they're doing what they said they were going to do. Anyways, I just want to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart for subscribing to me. That's awesome. Again, this is not where I intended this channel to go, but it did, and I'm happy it did. It gives me something to do, especially those of you that know I had a stroke, almost a year ago to the day, and this is what I do now. This is all I can do. This keeps me busy. I love doing this. So that's all I have, guys. Again, if you want to win this phone, the Nokia 2V, all you have to do is comment in the comments below, and you are entered into the drawing. I'm going to give this a couple weeks before I draw it to give it a good chance for everybody to see. And all I got to say is good luck and thank you. You guys are great. And I'll see you on the next video.